I want to put 3 relays in orbit, and I want to do it using the fastest relay antenna that I have. Here, let's get an Octo 2 Pro core. That's the best Pro body that I got so far. But the fastest antenna I got is the RA-2 relay antenna. And it can transmit data at 18 kilobytes per second, and I want to get something faster. What's there now are these, what are they that's there now? These guys, the HG5s, and they're 9.66 kilobytes per second. I want more bandwidth so I can transmit science quicker once we start getting those surface samples into that lab. I did the same thing around MIMIS, and I ran into transmission rate issues, so much so that it got better just to take all the surface samples home and bring them to Kerbin. So I want to fix that problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on this antenna. We're going to put on that probe body. We're going to put on a... the small reaction wheels. Arrange these by mass would probably be an easier way to find them. There they are. Put on a small set of reaction wheels, and we're going to propel this. We only need, because this is going to go in a bigger vehicle that's going to drop them, and then I got to do, all this thing has to do is do a final circularization into its final orbit, and it only needs about 30 meters per second in order to do that. So for propulsion, I was just going to use monoprop. And what I'm thinking, let's get this Oscar A. This is coming from the Restock mod. And I'm going to use the Tank Configurator mod to edit this tank, to take out the liquid fuel and the oxidizer. And we're going to put in that. Add that on, and we should be able to switch this to monopropellant. That is good. And oh, here we go. So there is a nice small little can of monopropellant, and I'm just going to put on some simple RCS thruster blocks, like these place anywhere ones. Let's start with those. This might be a little on the small side now that I'm looking at it. And to see how much, that's nowhere near centered, I'll deal with that later, but I unfortunately neither stock nor Kerbal Engineer gives me what RCS or what delta V I have now from this. So what I'm going to do is simply open up RCS build aid. It gives it to me, and I'm going to switch this to, oh no, translation was the right thing, and forward. There we go. And it's telling me I have, whoa, 657 meters per second. I only need about 30. Oh my gosh, I'm going to just take most of this out. Do I have a smaller can? I can. Okay, we're going to take off this big can. That's way too much. Put on the little itty bitty can. Do the same thing with the editor. Take that out. Liquid chemicals. Max that out. Add it. Switch this to... Oh, I'm pushing the wrong thing. Switch it to monopropellant. Okay. So that now should be full of monopropellant. And now if I take this... Alright, what's that saying? 352 meters per second of delta V. Okay, that is going to be a ton. Okay, so let's turn this off. We'll tweak this again a little bit more. Let's add on some more stuff. It's going to need some solar generation. It also needs batteries to get through the night. And I wrote down somewhere, nighttime is 20 minutes and 16 seconds. And right now, really? And this is being counted? Simulate transmitting. Well, it says here I got enough electricity. Oh, there's 500 units of electrical storage just in there. Okay, fine. So I got plenty of electricity. Let's put on some solar power generation. And I believe just some simple oxsats will do the trick. I'm just going to put on 4 of them. Each of these generates 0.3 units of electric charge per second. And that antenna, that's it, uses, oh, at max speed it's 18 kilobytes per second. How? Oh, that's the speed. I'm sorry. I'm looking at electricity. Electricity usage Should be on here. When transmitting is 0.15 electric charge per second. And what was this again? This is 0.3. So that should be plenty. That should be fine for electricity. Okay. I'm really thinking I'm already closing in on something that's going to work. Okay, let's open up this again. Put that on forward. I can take out a ton of this monopropellant. Again, I only need about 30. There's 35. Maybe go a little more than that. I mean, there's no sense. There's 70 meters per second. That's fine. It's only, though, 2 kilonewtons of thrust. So this whole thing has a mass of 279 kilograms. So if I do a little on-the-fly mathematics, 2 kilonewtons is 200 newtons divided by 279 kilograms times 10. Oh, that's a tiny amount. I need a lot more thrust. So let's I want to get a reasonable thrust to weight ratio. Let's go back to here. Let's use the bigger, these ones. Again, just one. That's 2 kilonewtons of thrust. That would be 2. Yeah, that's a reasonable thrust to weight ratio. Okay, let's change the texture. There we go. Okay, now what's nice about also RCS build day is it telling you how much torque. See that? I'm producing 0.06 kilonewton meters of torque, and that's because this is not quite in the center. So what I'm just going to do is use this. That snapped it right to the middle. Just want to pull it out a bit. There. Maybe grab. Whoa, shoot. Maybe grab these. Slide that up. I got still 65, 66 meters per second. Let's close this. What was that? I don't know. I think that's a satellite. I don't see why that's simple enough. I think that's going to work for me. Oh, I know what I want. You know what? I'll put a KOS probe core on the main thing. I think this is going to be just fine. I think this torque can be probably scaled way down, like 10%, because that's going to be... I'm happy with that. Oh, and I gotta... If you're going to use this as a main engine, what you need to do is get into the control, show actuation toggles. You're not going to use... Oh, you want RCS on, but you don't want pitch yaw and roll. You don't want port starboard. You don't want dorsal ventral. All you want is fore and aft, and you want to attach forward to the throttle so you can throttle up just like a normal engine. All right, that is a satellite. So this is what is this? This is 5G. This is the 5G moon relay. That's what this is going to be. All right, we just got to build a vessel that can put up 3 of them. So payload, we can definitely fit this inside. I need a decoupler. There we go. Why is... Oh, it doesn't... Okay, I'm going to definitely test the decoupling because it doesn't want to stick to the bottom of that. But I'm hoping that's going to be okay. There. We're going to turn on the interstage nodes. And we want to make 3 of them. So this is going to be... Oops, I hit the wrong thing. Got to make the fairing the root part. And then we copy that. And then we copy that. There we go. There's 3 satellites on their way. Actually, with this bottom one, now that I'm thinking about it, why not? It doesn't need all the fuel. Nope, I don't think it does. So what we'll take this off, take the decoupler off. So the bottom one is just going to stay on here, and then this itself is going to act. The base itself is going to act as the. I can get this out. The base itself is going to act as the 3rd relay. Turn down the decoupler ejection. Excellent suggestion right there for sure. I'm going to put it right off, in fact. Maybe 1%. Maybe 1% or 0.5%, just to give it a little nudge. But thank you. There would have been so much force it would have like fired that thing off. 0.5%. Oh, it changes that to 1 on its own. Okay, fine, be that way. Fine. Okay, 1's fine. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. So that is, we now got to just get these to the moon. And again, let's see. I want this tug. Again, I did a little working out to have 2180 meters per second of delta V, and then that will do the transfer, the insertion, and also the upper part of the ascent as well. And I don't know what I'm going to do, so let's just throw... This has got Terrier written all over it, doesn't it? Now, thankfully, I can look here. Alright, no, use this. Oh, this is too much. 3,000. I only want 2,180. Oh, and the other thing I want to do, keep saying, oh, and you know what else I need? I'm going to need a KOS Pro body in there too somewhere. How about this one? That's beautiful. I'm going to just go with that. Thrust to weight is through the roof. Can I get away with a smaller engine, like 3.08 thrust to weight ratio? How about the little Pug engine? Little Pug engine wants to go under there. Oh, 1.35. That's beautiful. Nice. Okay. What I want is right in here. Take that off. Is a KOS. Oh, you know what I got? I have the advanced KOS probe core. Oh, come on, it's in here. I know I have it. It's the HAL, whatever they call it. There it is. The HAL 9, the CAL 9000, of course, not the HAL. It's beautiful. Oh, yes, very excited. There we go. Gets itself a red eye and everything. So that is going to hold our KOS script. We're going to put on a boot file, which I cannot read what that copy and copy only, launch only. I think I need copy and, yeah. I don't know why it's not scrolling. It's got mountains of disk space. It'll never worry about not having the disk space it needs. Okay. God, that's still 3,268. That's still too much. My goodness. So what about this tank? It's getting smaller and smaller. 2,432. That is like plenty right there. I'll probably even take some out. 21 now, a little more than that. No, let's fill them up. Doesn't hurt to have more. And that's still a lot of thrust, but I think that's the spark is going to be too small, I'm pretty sure. The spark is not too small. However, I lost delta V with the Pug. Yeah, that's funny. How heavy is this? This is 400 kilograms. This is 130 kilograms. Let's go with the spark. The spark. Gonna put this on, this on, this on. Textures like so. I'm fiddling with textures there. Now, unfortunately, it does need more fuel. Where can I hide a little bit? I got plenty of spot to hide fuel. Let's see. That's not quite enough. But an Oscar. 2409. How about this guy? Oh, shoot. Okay, the Oscar's coming back. I keep clicking on the HAL. Stop doing that. That's going away. Boom, boom, boom. I can take out a little bit of the fuel now. There we go. Do we want to play with the textures? Nah, that looks worse. Maybe make this in the black screen. Okay. All right. That to me is looking absolutely super. So let's build this fairing. There, we'll step up the sides, step up the ejection force, clamshell deploy. Okay, good, good, good. All right, now I just need, what do I need? A total delta V I worked out to be 4780. I'm just going to build a booster from scratch. I've been building too many. Let's see. Well, actually, I do have pre-made boosters. Why don't I use them? By going to my pre-made booster collection, organize them by mass. What did I say? 47? Even this is too big already. Okay. I don't like this business here, so we're going to fix this up a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. I want a decoupler. Anything strutted? I don't think I need to strut anything. I can do that. I'm going to take off the engine shroud. I don't think so. And then we're going to put on a fairing base. And this fairing base is just here just to sort of clean this up a little bit. There. And in fact, I think I'm going to even take that out of the staging. And so I think that should work. We'll do a little test of everything in just a little bit. Check all the staging, but that I think looks okay. That has got some teeny tiny, you know what, just leave it that way. It's fine. That's reaction wheels, I'm sure, in there. And a KOS, or not KOS, a smart part. The DrainX fuel sub. There we go. And when that runs out of liquid fuel, it's going to stage. Let's fix our staging up. There, that goes with that. Come on. That is a... Oh, none of those I'm going to... Yeah. The fairing. Take the fairing out of the stage. And we're going to... Because my script will take care of this fairing. If I go into action groups, go to action group 5. Click on the fairing. And that will deploy the fairing. According to this, my total delta V is 4881. That should be good. Launch thrust away. Oh no! Launch is. Can I turn this up? Oh, I can. Oh, it's a little. It should be okay. Should be okay. I think I'm gonna go for it. Of course, you know me. I gotta put lights on it. Gotta put lights on it. Let's put on a few blinky lights down here. Blink on. Yellow. Tweak that to orange. Bring the blink period down. And probably, yeah, let's copy these all the way up. All right. I think this thing is ready to go. So I think I might just... This has got... What's the engine on the bottom? It's a swivel. What do I get if I switch that swivel up with a Reliant? So I don't think I need the gimbling. I get a little more delta V, but more importantly, I think I get more thrust. I do. Let's do that. Beautiful. Okay, goodbye, swivel. Hello, Reliant. We'll put on that little boat tail thingy, because I think that does look better when the boat tail's on. That looks even better. Alright, let's go down our checklist. So, Werner's checklist. There's no contract, so that doesn't matter. It's got control, it's got KOS, it's got the probe body has been configured. Oh my gosh, it has not. So let's configure the probe bodies. Probe bodies need to be configured, configuration, configure this. We aren't going to do any experiments. There's just none to do. So that's going to save us a little bit of weight too. There's 3 probe bodies on this thing. Okay. Okay, probes have been configured. Science are irrelevant. Power generation is fine. Electrical storage is fine. Antenna strength is fine. Antenna speed is fine. In fact, that's the whole point of this. Data storage is fine. Propulsion is fine. There is no RCS. I mean, there is, but not for our, you know, well, whatever. Parachutes are irrelevant. Thermal protection are irrelevant. Lights, of course, I've got lights. Upgrading, very good point. Upgrades, I might want to upgrade let's expand this. The Spark engine. How many ignitions do I have on the Spark? 17 ignitions should be fine. And how about on the Reliant on the bottom? Reliant on the bottom has 5 ignitions. That will be fine, so don't have to worry about upgrades. Thrust to weight ratio is fine. Fairing deploying is fine. Staging is fine. I do want to check my action groups. And that is that. And that is going to put on the lights. Toggle lights. Toggle lights. Toggle lights. All right, yeah. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to be completing this entire stream, but what I think I want to do is see if I can get this, or I will be completing the stream, but I don't think I'll be getting these all inserted around the moon today. But what I think I want to do is just see if this thing will fly and see if this thing will get itself into orbit. So, oh my gosh, I'm losing track. Turn off the checker. Again, just last check of TWRs. Beautiful, beautiful. I think I got the delta V I need. I think it's good. I think it's good. Check in staging. There's an extra stage here. That, and those will be manual. Okay, let's try it. So launch. Yes, let's launch it. Oh, for goodness sakes. We are... Okay, what we're going to do... Let's time warp until the sun comes up. Hopefully that will improve the situation. Ah, it looks a lot better. Okay, so we're going to just go into a regular orbital insertion. So run my launch script. 0 degrees inclination. I think it goes inclination, altitude of the orbit, and then the orientation of the vessel. N is just normal, which is just not. There's normal and inverted. I'm sort of now starting to regret the decision. Oh, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Boom. So you can see still, look at all the trees and stuff back here. It looks really nice. And it's off. So far, so good. Again, right now it seems to be running fine. How is the streaming rate? Like, again, the rate on my computer is fine. You can see some cities and towns here in the background that Parallax is adding. Nice. Nice. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, this is the waterfall mod putting the engine plumes on here. It is gorgeous, and the sounds are nice too. I love how much attention they put into the sounds of the engine. I guess Parallax adds these. I don't know. I'm seeing cities. But look how nice the mountains look. I might get into the settings in Parallax and see if maybe do a little bit of experimentation. See if I can not bring down the requirements a little bit. Make things run a little or stream a little bit better. It's also my internet connection might just suck today for all I know. I don't live in an area that has the best of internet speeds at my disposal. Could not be. Maybe it is. Maybe it's scatter or something. I don't know. I lose track of the beautification mods, to be honest. Alright, so the script here has nerfed our thrust down a little bit, keeping that apoapsis from getting too far away. Starlink to the rescue, yeah. Not quite. I don't know. It's okay, but it can be temperamental. The internet here. And my son moved, and he's got fiber, the son of a bitch. This is the first thing you know. You know I got fiber in my apartment? How I hate you. Alright, we should be seeing the fairing deploy. It looked okay. Considering I never did test that. And not quite at losing this lower stay. Again, it should happen automatically, though those smart parts sometimes seem to like to think otherwise. Oh, it cut the throttle? Yes, it cut the throttle because we got to our target apoapsis. Okay, alright. Alright, there's more fuel. Wow, okay. I put more fuel in that lower stage than I thought. So we're going to let it... There we go. So it's set up our insertion here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to abort the script. Because my script does not handle staging events very well. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to do this part of it manually. Oh, I don't have a lock to the maneuver node function yet. Okay. No, we're getting pretty close already. Time warp a little bit. Okay, so it's 3. You know what? I'm going to start a little early because I don't want to go to full thrust because I know the TWR is huge. And no, we're going. Okay. Alex. Okay. Yeah, that was a little. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. I'm going to shut up now. Lock this on ProGrid. What happened there? What happened there? I was getting ready to stage that thing, and then the smart part staged it, and then I tried to stage it, and I thought for a moment I actually staged the satellites, but I don't believe I did. Oh, this is not... It's okay. We're all good. Let's just get this burn done. Good enough. Not the bestest. But I ended up pausing in the middle of that. But the satellites are still attached. That is very, very good. Yeah, the smart part that was on that lower stage. Oh, for goodness sakes, just do that. There we go. The smart part that was on that lower stage staged for me, and then I staged at the same time. And I thought for a moment I staged the decouplers. I should actually Oh, well, whatever. I'm wondering if I could have disabled them in the VAB. But anyway, this thing is in orbit, and it's still got 990. That's easy for getting to the moon and getting... It should be. Ugh, it feels a little tight. I thought I had this worked out, but now all of a sudden I'm not so sure.